Hello and welcome to the Whoniverse. In this video I'm going to be counting down my top 10 Doctor Who cliffhangers. To clarify, a cliffhanger is a moment of suspense at the end of an episode of Doctor Who, usually involving a surprising plot twist, or a moment of peril and danger. The cliffhangers in Doctor Who have always been brilliant, so here are 10 of the best Doctor Who cliffhangers in my opinion. Starting at number 10, we have the Keeper of TRAHEN. So throughout this brilliant story, we get one of the most memorable scenes featuring a certain villain. It starts with a nice man known as Tremus, played by Anthony Ainley, who we have gotten to know throughout the episode is quite a nice chap. However, towards the end of the episode, poor Tremus becomes trapped by none other than a scrawny and decaying master, who has been searching a very long time for a new body. The master then merges into Tremus, becoming one. The master was reborn once again. At the time, this was a great plot twist and moment to end on, as viewers now know the Master is back ready to wreak havoc. This cliffhanger also stands out, as it was hinted at from the get-go, with the name Tremus being an anagram of the word Master. Now moving on, at number 9 on the list we have EARTHSHOCK. Doctor Who is a show full of twists and turns, yet it is a rare thing for a big reveal to truly surprise the audience. We always know if the actor playing the Doctor is leaving, or if an old monster is returning, through either official means or spoilery leaks. Sometimes though, to the benefit of the story, these surprises are miraculously kept under wraps. One such surprise is the return of the Cybermen. After a staggering 7-year absence from the show, in 1982's EARTHSHOCK, the Doctor is facing deadly androids in a set of caves on Earth. As one android corners him, the scene cuts to a control room where a troop of Cybermen are watching through the android's eye, and Doctor Who fans everywhere punch the sky, so joyous in the return of the Cybermen, in their glorious new redesign, that the moment has gone down in Doctor Who history as one of the most surprising moments of the series and one of its greatest cliffhangers to date. As a modern viewer, the surprise element may be gone, but you still have to be a Cyberman yourself not to be excited by this scene. Now in 8th position we have a cliffhanger from the episode The Dead Planet. There have been many a cliffhanger that revolve around the Daleks across Doctor Who's long history, as it's a surefire way to make a memorable cliffhanger. After all, everyone loves a Dalek, except the Doctor of course. All it takes is a shot of the eye stalk or a pepper pot shaped shadow and we know exactly who's back. But imagine seeing a Dalek for the first time. Yes, one of the best Dalek cliffhangers is this moment from not only the Daleks' first story, but also their very first moment on screen. The scene works so well because of how little it shows us. Strangely, the action is conveyed from the Daleks' point of view, as a terrified Barbara is pinned to the wall by a sink plunger. And that's it. Viewers had to wait a whole week for their first full glimpse of a Dalek, but television history had already been made. The place behind the sofa had become a safe haven for children everywhere. Watch out, universe, the Daleks have arrived. So at number 7 we have a great cliffhanger from The Stolen Earth. Now this is another cliffhanger featuring Daleks and caused by the Daleks. However, they aren't the centre of our attention. Instead we are focused on the Doctor, who after reuniting with Rose, is attacked by a Dalek and carried into the TARDIS. Surrounded by his friends, the Time Lord explodes with volcanic energy. He's regenerating. The feathered speculation during the following week reached levels never before seen, with no one sure if it was a real deal regeneration or just a ploy to get us watching the next week. And of course it was the latter. And the 10th Doctor did not change his appearance thanks to a very handy spare hand. Yet the aim of the cliffhanger undoubtedly worked, and the next episode, Journey's End, is still one of the most viewed Doctor Who episodes ever. Coming in at number 6, we have the episode The 10th Planet. Imagine it's 1966. Over the last 3 years, Doctor Who viewers have fallen in love with the quirky children's show about a grouchy grandfather who has adventures in space and time. They have just come to an end of an enjoyable adventure where the Doctor encountered some creepy new foes, the Cybermen, when suddenly the unthinkable happens. The Doctor, the main character of the show, collapses and is engulfed by a bright light. When the light dims, the Doctor is no more. In his place is someone completely different. Of course nowadays it's always known when a Doctor is about to leave, and so viewers tune in to their final episode expecting to see them change. This one, however, was a complete shock to those at home. It must have been a tremendous moment to watch for the first time, and by showing the Doctor's first ever regeneration, it is now a key part of the show's history, and as such is well deserving a place on this list. Now at the halfway mark, number 5 is The Caves of ANDROZANI. The Caves of ANDROZANI is often well praised as the very best Doctor Who story, and it certainly has a lot going for it. Peter Davison is at the top of his game. Veteran Doctor Who writer Robert Holmes delivers an exceptional script, and it is all topped off with a brilliant regeneration. Another highlight of the story is this lead into its final episode. Dying from Spectrox poisoning, the Doctor has hijacked his enemy's spaceship so he can return to his friend Perry, trapped on the planet below, who is also near death. With nothing to lose, the Doctor risks it all by steering the ship to crash land on the planet's surface. This cliffhanger might not sound particularly terrific on paper, but on screen it is brought to life vividly. As well as Davison's aforementioned performance, the scene is dynamically directed by Graham Harper, making it not only a tense and exciting cliffhanger, but also one of the most defining heroic moments of the Fifth Doctor. So at number 4 we have The End of Time Part 1. One thing the modern series arguably has over the classic stories is its inclusion of story arcs or cliffhangers that lead into finales that wrap up a year's worth of plot lines. Following this logic, the cliffhanger from the first part of The End of Time, that aimed to wrap up the 10th Doctor's era as a whole, should have had a massive impact. Thankfully it did. The Master may have turned the human race into the Master race, and Donna's head may have started to fry as she remembers the Doctor, but this isn't the biggest thing The End of Time ends with. No, that honour goes to the final revelation that the episode's narrator has been none other than James Bond all this time, or rather Timothy Dalton as the Time Lord President Rassilon. That's right, the Time Lords are returning. Since the show came back in 2005, it had revolved around the loss of the Time Lords, so to bring them back, though in hindsight not quite the same extent as the Day of the Doctor, broke all the previous rules the show had worked so hard to set up. One thing is for sure, Rassilon certainly wasn't the only one salivating at this scene. Now at the final 3, in third place we have The Name of the Doctor. Turn your mind back to 2013. Usually a new series of Doctor Who is the highlight of a Whovian's calendar, but that year the enjoyable 7th series was just an extra treat compared to the much anticipated 50th anniversary special, The Day of the Doctor, which followed in November. So what an unexpected and amazing end to the series it was when, in the final moments of Series 7's finale, we were given a teaser of what was to come in the 50th. And what a teaser it was. Lost in the Doctor's own time stream, the Doctor and Clara encounter an unfamiliar figure. He did what he did without choice, says the stranger. Yes, replies the Time Lord, but not in the name of the Doctor. This scene was the perfect way to set up the upcoming special. Many fans were perhaps expecting and would have been very happy with an appearance by David Tennant, who was already confirmed for the anniversary adventure. But the production team decided to go all out and give us one heck of a surprise. A brand new incarnation of the Doctor, played by John Hurt. Now in second place we have Utopia. Most cliffhangers are immediate affairs. There's a twist in the plot, a close-up on the Doctor or companion's face. Cue musical sting. This one from 2007, however, is a great example of the rolling drama type of cliffhanger. At the end of the universe, it turns out that kindly old Professor Yana has a fob watch that contains his true Time Lord consciousness. He opens it and is revealed to be none other than the Master. Locking himself in the TARDIS, he regenerates and leaves the Doctor and co. abandoned. With no way out as one of the most exciting cliffhangers of the new series, this has so much going for it. A shock twist, a return of a fan-favourite foe, and a regeneration, all in a short space of time. Also up to this point, finales were only 2 parts long. This twist, though, made this apparently standalone episode into something bigger. The first instalment in an epic 3-part finale featuring the Doctor's arch-enemy. In a nutshell, it is a simple masterclass in how to do a Doctor Who cliffhanger. So, in first place, my favourite Doctor Who cliffhanger is from the episode The Pandorica Opens. Now the best cliffhangers either feature an escalation in danger from the main characters or the arrival of a familiar enemy. Clearly wanting to create a very memorable cliffhanger, Stephen Moffat ended The Pandorica Opens, the next to last episode of Series 5 of New Who, with both of these things, to an unprecedented degree. As an alliance of the Doctor's greatest enemies traps the Time Lord in an unbreakable prison, called the Pandorica, Rory the Roman is revealed to be an Auton duplicate, thus he reverts to his programming and shoots his fiancée Amy. River Song is trapped in the TARDIS as it explodes, subsequently destroying everything in the universe and leaving the Earth alone in existence. Only in Doctor Who, eh? Surely no other episode ends with such scope as this one. There is always the threat at the end of the universe on Doctor Who, but before this we had never actually seen it happen. Of course the entire thing is undone in the following episode, but that shouldn't and doesn't take anything away from the excellence of this moment itself, as it wraps up mysteries and gives us some brilliant new ones. So there we go. That was my top 10 Doctor Who cliffhangers. There are so many more brilliant cliffhangers that didn't make it onto this list, with moments from the entire history of the show ready to thrill and surprise viewers at every turn. What cliffhangers are your favourite? Please leave them in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. And if you want to see more content all about Doctor Who, click the subscribe button, it means a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.